Whether you're in COVID or not, or in a place of peace and in health, emotional triangles happen for all of us all the time. It's a triangle. It's real. What we call it is not being able to be a differentiated leader. A differentiated leader handles an emotional triangle. Emotional triangles just happen. They're neither wrong nor right, but we find ourselves in what's called the swamp of a relationship. The emotional triangle is when you take responsibility for a relationship that you can't control. On this picture, you can see that you feel responsible for the relationship between B and the relationship of C. And in actuality, you can only influence the relationship between A and B and A and C. If you begin to think that you could get in the middle of B and C or take responsibility for B and C's relationship, you've entered the swamp. In fact, you've lost your ability to be a relational or an effective differentiated leader. So a differentiated leader avoids the swamp of the emotional triangle. A differentiated leader stays out of the middle, and a differentiated leader has what's called a non-anxious presence. A non-anxious presence sets the tone of calm in the midst of chaos, stays clear on their vision, stays focused on the future, and owns their relationships, and only seeks to influence that third relationship. Keep in mind, a relationship could be with a person or their relationship with a thing, such as a career. For example, Tommy comes to you and says, "I'm unhappy with his career." And you say, "Oh, I must be responsible for Tommy's career." No. You seek to be the coach in this situation, not a rescuer, a coach. Ask good questions. How can I help? What do you want your career to be? How can I support you? Where do you want to be in the future? You can support his relationship with his career, but you're not responsible for Tommy's relationship with his career. You're simply an influence. So seek to get out of the swamp by avoiding the emotional triangle. Only own the relationship for which you are responsible for, not the relationship of the other two. That's what emotional triangles are for. And more importantly, during COVID, it's about setting the tone. So stay out of the swamp, keep yourself out of the middle, and set the tone of calm, the non-anxious presence. Why? Because if you watch in my other video, Anxious Brain and Curious Brain, or Reducing Stress, you'll see that it only takes people to anxious brain when we try to own the third relationship. Stay in curious brain and ask them questions about how they can get better or have a better relationship with the third relationship. That's emotional triangles. Stay out of the swamp.